Hey there, this is Fitness Business, and I'm Amy SZ, bringing you part 2 of the kettlebell workout we started last week. But before I get started, I promised you guys a drawing this time. Last week, after I did part 1 of the kettlebell videos, I said if you shared it on your Facebook page, I would put you into a drawing for a free fitness magazine subscription for a year. And the winner is, I have several names in here. Thank you guys for sharing the blog. The winner is, drum roll, Sarah T. Sarah Truelove in California. So Sarah, send me your address in my inbox or email it to me and I will get that subscription started for you. Congratulations and thanks again. All right, so back to kettlebells. I would like for you to go back and review last week's part 1 video before we get started on these. I went over proper form and the basic swing last week, and the link is either below the video if you're on YouTube, or it is in the blog if you're on fitnessbusiness.com. Now, just to review though, before we get started, your feet should be about shoulder width apart, and your shoulders should be directly over your hips, not too far forward or back, okay? And the basic swing that we had did last week was moving from the hips in this motion. And once you review it, you'll remember that there were several different variations of the basic swing that I had you practicing last week. So now we're going to add on a few more things. We're going to do probably 4 videos with kettlebells. Today is part 2, as I said. And we're going to do some deadlifts today and lunges. We're going to work our lower body with the kettlebell. So I want you to start with the kettlebell between your feet, okay, about your ankles, okay, even with your ankles. Just have it right down there. Remember, feet should be shoulder width apart. And what we're going to do for the deadlift is you're going to keep your back straight by squeezing your glutes and pulling in your abs. Engage your abs by squeezing them in and squeeze your glutes. And when you come down, look ahead of you on the floor a few feet. So you keep your neck in alignment, and by squeezing the middle and your glutes, like I said, it'll keep your back flat when you come down, okay? So for a traditional deadlift, you're going to come down and grab that weight, bend at the knees, hinge at the hips, and come up with that weight, okay? Down, and then breathe out on the stand. Breathe in, and breathe out. So do 8 to 10 reps of these, and then you want to move into a stiff leg deadlift. And that is exactly the same move we just did, only you're not going to bend your knees, okay? You're going to keep your knees soft, but now we're going to come straight down, hinge at the hips only, don't bend your knees. Remember, stare straight ahead and breathe out on the way up. Down, keeping your back flat. Squeeze your glutes to keep that back flat. Again, 8 to 10 reps of those. Once you get the hang of those, you're going to move into a single leg deadlift. Now these work your hamstrings and glutes just like the first 2, but we also now are adding in our core so that we don't tip over. You need to work your abs and strengthen them to build balance so that you don't tip over. Okay, so what you want to do is bend at the knee, keeping your standing knee soft, and then come down just like we were, and up, down, up. Take it slow at first, and then switch sides, down, up. Do 8 to 10 reps on each side, and then you can move into the lunges. Now for these, you're going to do traditional lunges. I'm going to set this down to show you. A traditional lunge is a forward movement, like that. Let me do it from the side so you can really see. Your leg should always be at a 90-degree angle. Your knee directly over your ankle, never over your toes, okay? So you're going to do those lunges just like that, but we're going to have the kettlebell. You're going to hold it like this. See, you're going to hold it by the horns, okay? Sorry, I have to keep moving back and forth. I do not have a cameraman today. I'm filming myself, so no zoom action. Hold the kettlebell directly over your head and do traditional lunges, keeping your feet, again, about hip width apart now, like you're on train tracks, and lunge forward and come up. Lunge And you can do a reverse lunge as well. Still holding the kettlebell above your head. Come backwards into a reverse lunge. Start off with 8 to 10 reps on each leg. Okay. The last one today is a squat with an upright row. Upright rows are lifting weights this way, okay? A lot of times you'll see it with a dumbbell in each hand going like this, or a barbell. All right, same movement, only we're using the kettlebell for it. All right, so what you want to do is have your feet about shoulder width apart and do a regular squat, which is sitting back in a little chair with your weight on your heels, keeping your back flat, okay? And from the side, it looks like this. All right, chest up, never forward. Okay, so then you add your rows in. Squat, row. Squat, row. From the front, squat, squat, row. And once you have those, you can switch to single arm rows. Okay, 8 to 10 reps on each side. Okay, so that is your second series of kettlebell exercises to practice. So that's your assignment for this week. If you haven't already gotten your kettlebells, go out and get you some. Again, a set of different weights is a lot more cost effective than buying them separately. Okay, and next week we'll be doing some real ab work with the kettlebells. So I hope you'll tune in. Until the next time, Amy SZ is out.